Happy Mental Health Awareness Month, everyone.
We wanted to talk to you about some important things today.
It can be tough to know when people around you or even you are struggling, so we wanted to share some signs, reminders, and resources with you today. Hey parents, your teens might not always vocalize how they're feeling, but here are some signs that you can look out for. Destructive behavior, sudden changes in their weight and appetite, withdrawal from family, social withdrawal, comments that suggest they are thinking of self-harm, a disinterest or lack of pleasure in activities they previously enjoyed, changes in their sleep schedule, if they're becoming more irritable, and struggles with concentration and focus, especially in their schoolwork.
Parents, if you notice any of these signs in your child, it may indicate that they're struggling with their mental health. So the first steps to take is to have a real conversation with your child. These conversations can be kind of awkward at times, but they're really important to have. And if you think that your teen would benefit from going to a therapist or a psychiatrist, that's something that you can look for together. There are lots of different types of therapy options out there, and it's important that you talk about this with your child. It's also important that you check in with them every once in a while, but also be respectful of their space and their privacy. And the last thing you can do is do your research so that you can know how to help them in the future and how you can support them.
Remember, teens are not always able to explain how they're feeling, so it's important to recognize the signs early on. This isn't something to be embarrassed about. You are more than your stigma, and help is out there.
It may be hard to know if a friend of yours is struggling, especially if they aren't saying it outright, but there are a lot of different signs that you can look for to see if they are struggling. These signs include isolating themselves and withdrawing from social activity, self-harm, different kinds of risky behaviors, changes in their eating habits and their weight, severe mood swings, if they're giving away their possessions, drug and alcohol use, and difficulty concentrating.
If you're concerned about a friend's mental health, the first step you need to take is to tell a trusted adult, whether that's a parent, a teacher, or someone else. An adult needs to get involved. The next thing you can do is have a real conversation with your friend. Ask them if they're getting help, if they're having thoughts of suicide or self-harm. These questions are really important, and it can help you understand their situation. It's also really important that you're mindful of the language that you're using. You should make sure that you're being supportive and validating their feelings, even if you may not understand fully. And remember, in the event of an emergency, you can call 911 if you're really concerned about their safety or the safety of others.
Remember, there's only so much you can do. You are not responsible for other people's mental health, and you're not a licensed therapist either. It's important to take care of yourself first. And if it gets to that point, you can get your friend help. They might be mad at you, but remember, you're doing the right thing.
It can be hard to know if someone is struggling with their mental health. It can be even harder to know if you are struggling with your own mental health. So there are different signs that you can look for in your daily habits that may point to a mental health struggle. These can be excessive worrying or stress, anxiety and panic attacks, difficulty concentrating, little interest in activities that you previously enjoyed, changes in your eating and sleeping habits, avoiding social gatherings, drug and alcohol abuse, self-harm, getting sick without an obvious illness, and suicidal thoughts.
If you think that you're struggling with your mental health, as scary as it is, it's really important to reach out for help. Whether you talk to a parent, teacher, or other family member, there are a lot of people out there who want to help you and see you get better. And if you decide to look into therapy, just remember, there are a lot of different types of therapists out there and other types of therapy, so it's important to find what works for you. And after you do, make sure you're honest with them because they're only there to help. It can also be very helpful to know the crisis hotline so you know who to call if you were ever in an emergency.
Remember, don't compare your suffering to others. Your feelings are valid no matter what they are. Help is out there. You just have to find the right method for you. It can be scary, but don't be embarrassed. You don't have to feel this way forever.
Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful and informative. If you or someone you know needs help or support, don't hesitate to use any one of the resources shown on the screen. And most important of all, remember to take care of yourselves.